Hi friends, it's Laura here with Lalo Yoga and Wellness. Today's practice is going to be all about intention setting. This is really designed sort of as a New Year's kickoff. I don't really believe in resolutions because I don't think we have a lot of follow through with our resolutions, but our intentions become our purpose, and that's what drives us. So I love intention setting at the beginning of the year. But you can do this practice anytime you really feel like you need to make a shift in your life, and maybe you are looking for a fresh start, a fresh vision for yourself. So we're going to be really tackling this practice with an open heart and some open hips too, and focusing on what wonderful things happened last year and maybe some lessons we learned out of the last year, and then thinking forward into this new year, what we want us to get out of it. Let's get started. We're going to start today's practice in a wide child's pose, bringing us that open heart with a little bit of protection for that vulnerability that we bring to an open heart, and the ability to start looking inward towards this new year. So let's bring your big toes together and your knees come out wide, maybe to the edges of your mat. And then we're going to reach our hands out either to the top of the mat, or you can rest your forehead on the mat or blocks, or even stack your fists right under your forehead, or drape your arms alongside your body. So go ahead and find what position you think is going to work best for you today. I often like to start with the fists stacked under my forehead because my body and my muscles are still a little bit cold and tight. But you choose the one that feels the most comfortable and supportive for you. As we rest here in this wide child's pose, hearts open, take a moment to check into your body, see what it needs. Maybe even find a little bit of heaviness in your body to help the body relax. We turn our attention to our thoughts, allowing yourself some time to reflect on the past year. What great things came out of it? What challenges you faced and overcame? And acknowledging that it all has importance. Bring your attention to your breath. Notice the ease of the breath. It comes and it goes. Think about the ease and the challenges of the last year, and let it come and go. Deepening the breath. And allowing those thoughts to easily come and go. Give yourself one more breath here. And now bring your hands right underneath your shoulders. Your fingers are spread nice and wide. You're going to bring the knees parallel to each other and slowly lift up on those knees, coming into tabletop. Want to be able to see the mat between your fingers. Your arms are long, your neck is long, your spine is long. Knees supporting you right underneath the hips. Let's take a breath, moving into cow and cat, lifting the gaze, drop the belly, lift the hips, opening that heart. Exhale, scooping the hips, rounding the spine, tucking the chin for cat pose. Inhale, lift that gaze, open the heart. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the hips and chin. Take yourself through a couple more of these. And then bring yourself back to your tabletop position. Pressing your left heel toward the ceiling, take your right arm and just bring it to a bend. And we're going to move the right arm out to the side, left arm out to the left side, and then bring it back down. Opening the hips, opening the chest, lift and lower. Lift and lower, bringing both hands and knees to the mat. Let's do that on the other side, bending your left elbow, bending your right knee, move them out to the side, and bring it back. Lengthen through the neck, out to the side, and bring it back. One more time, out to the side, and bring it back, returning to your tabletop position. Take that cow and cat one more time. Now we let the hips bump over to the right while we look over the left shoulder at the left ankle. Come back to center. And take that movement to the other side, bumping hips left, looking over the right shoulder to the right ankle. And come back to the center. Continue that flow side to side. Just kind of stirring the pot here a little bit with our hips. Let's come back to the center. And our tabletop position. Slide the hips toward the heels, then bump them out to the side. Lean out over the hands, bump the hips over to the right. Coming back to the heels and continue that nice big circle. Kind of churning up those thoughts of the past here. Pause in the center. And let's take that turn the other direction. Now we're bringing some of those things forward into our upcoming year. The good, the lessons, the determination for a strong new year. Let's come back to that center and pause right here. One final cow and cat. Returning to our table. Let's tuck the toes under, lift the hips, coming into our first down dog, allowing the arms to be long, the spine to be long, and the legs to move freely. Our desire is to have long arms and a long spine. So if that means we keep the knees somewhat bent, that's totally fine. Come up on all 10 toes. Let the heels begin to relax toward the floor and lengthen out.
Inhale, lifting your right leg high. Exhale, bringing that right knee forward. We lengthen out the entire body. Inhale and lift. Exhale. Do it again. Inhale and lift. This time around the spine, bring the knee towards your nose. Look past your hands and step forward, coming into a low lunge, letting your left knee drop to the ground. Find that support for a moment, and then shifting your weight to neutral, rising up, reach the hands high. Really opening the chest, leaning into that hip just a bit. I want you to feel some welcoming energy for this new year. Let's drop both hands to the inside of your right foot. Sweep that right leg out and around, coming into your tabletop. Tucking the toes under, lifting back up into the down dog. Letting your shoulder blades slide towards your hips. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose, level out the body. Inhale, lift. Knee to nose. Inhale, lift. Round the spine. Tuck that knee towards the head. Look past your hands. Drop the right knee to the ground. Find the stability in that low lunge. We start to shift our hips into neutral. Inhale, reaching those hands high. Let your shoulders relax while you open the chest. Open the hip, find that energy once again. Welcoming in that new year, new opportunities. Let's drop both hands to the inside of your left foot. Sweep that leg out to the side. And coming back to our tabletop. Tucking the toes under, lift the hips high, coming back into a down dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step between the hands. This time we're going to sweep the arms all the way up and find our crescent lunge. A little bend in the left leg here so we can really scoop our hip forward, give it a good opening on that left side. Reach the fingers toward the ceiling with a deep breath. Exhale, cactus the arms. Bend and dip that back knee. Inhale, lift. Stepping both hands, or both feet rather, together. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale and reach. Exhale, standing twist. Working the hips forward. We look out over those right fingertips into our past year. Again, acknowledging all that went on. Inhale, sweep the right hand down, face forward. Pick up the left hand, cactusing the arms, opening that chest to the new energy coming to you. Inhale and reach. Standing twist, taking it to the other side now. One more time, reaching into the past while we keep those hips shining forward into that future. Grab all the things from the past year that were good, the lessons learned, cactusing the arms. Inhale and reach. Exhale. And let's take our arms out to the side, making some branches here. Left knee coming out to the side, coming into a tree pose. Resting our foot somewhere on that right leg, just not the inside of the knee. So you might be toes on the ground, heels on the calf. Maybe you're lifting the foot up to the calf or maybe the inner thigh. Focus on the root here, that grounding point of your right foot. Right at the base of the big toe, pinky toe, and the heel. Inhale, lift those arms high, dropping your left foot to the floor. Exhale, find your mountain pose. Strong, tall mountain here. Lacing your fingers behind you, right at the base of the spine. Exhale into a forward fold while we allow the hands to begin to drift up toward the ceiling.
Gently heel toe your feet towards the edges of the mat. Let the hands drop to the base of the spine, dropping down to the mat, bending at the knees. Maybe we stay here in a high malasana, or maybe we come all the way down, using the fingers to balance, or hands here at your elbows, or perhaps palms together, pressing your knees a bit wider, really focusing on those hips opening. Always an option, sitting on a block to give you a little bit of extra support. The support's always there. You just have to use it. That's true in our physical yoga, but also our life yoga. Let's take one more breath. Dropping your hands down to the mat, stepping back 1 foot at a time, returning into a down dog. Inhale, lifting your left leg high. Exhale, stepping between the hands. Reaching those hands high, scoop the hips forward, and find your crescent lunge. Really scooping through the hips, opening the chest. We really want to focus on being open-hearted toward whatever might be coming. And we want to open the hips to help release past anxieties, stresses, traumas. Reaching through the fingers, exhale, cactus the arms, dip that back knee down. Inhale and reach. Stepping forward, lifting through the chest, exhale, cactusing the arms, opening that heart. Inhale and reach. Standing twist, left hand reaching back. Inhale, sweeping the left hand forward. Pick up that right hand, cactus the arms. Inhale and reach. Exhale, standing twist, right hand reaching back. Hips facing forward. Inhale and reach. Going to bring those arms down in a cactus. Find your tree. Once again, mirroring wherever you placed the left foot. I'm going to work to put the right foot in the same spot, rooting down through the left foot. Strong roots
working from that foundation up. It's going to get us strong branches, strong trees. Opening as much as you can through the hips. Inhale and reach. Exhale, find your mountain pose. Let's bring those hands down to the base of the spine, lacing the fingers. Find your forward fold, allowing the hands to drift toward the ceiling. If you like the bend in the knees, go for it. Let your head hang and relax. We start to heel and toe those feet out toward the edges of the mat. Maybe one at a time, maybe both together. We'll bring the hands down to the base of the spine, release those fingers, bending at the knees. High malasana, low malasana. You decide where you'd like to go right now. One more breath here. And let's bring the hands down to the mat. Lift the hips high, stepping back into your down dog. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, bring your right knee to the right wrist. Right ankle to the left wrist. Lengthen out through that left leg. We want the left knee pointed straight down as we come into pigeon. I'm going to take this pigeon down for a little nap, sleeping pigeon, maybe stacking the fists, maybe putting the forehead on a block. Finding that bit of heaviness in the shoulders to let them release and relax into the floor. 5 breaths here. Every exhale, allow yourself to sink just a little bit more. Inhale, bringing both hands under your shoulders. Press away from the floor. Let yourself sort of rotate off onto that right glute and pull your left knee forward. Maybe you can flip that shin out just a little bit more. We're looking for 90 degrees at each knee joint. And then we begin to tent the fingers and let ourselves walk out a little bit further into a nice long stretch. Really focus on releasing the hips. I call them the emotional junk drawer. We don't know how to process something, we kind of throw it into the hips. So by focusing on releasing the hips, we can release some of those emotions that we weren't sure what to do with. And then we start to process them here thoughtfully. Walk your hands back, making your way back into a downward facing dog. Inhale, lifting the left leg high. Bringing the left knee to the left wrist, the left ankle to the right wrist. We walk the right leg back, making sure our knee is facing down. You can always use a block under your hips here if you want a little extra support. And we start to move into that sleeping pigeon. Again, 5 breaths. Sinking a little bit more each exhale. Inhale, bringing your hands right underneath your shoulders. Let yourself shift off onto that left glute, bending through the right knee. And just seeing if we can bring that left shin forward just a little bit more. 90-90, squaring up through the hips and the chest. And then walking those hands out. You may feel like you're a little more flexible on one side versus another. That's pretty normal. Go with it, work with it, see if you can relax into it. Walking your hands back toward the body. Going to take this right leg, swing it around, plant that foot, plant your left foot. And we start to roll back down to move into our Shavasana. Today's Shavasana, we're going to be focusing on what intentions we want to now bring into the new year. So find a position that feels comfortable for you. Maybe you'd like to be in restorative pose. Maybe you want to extend the legs out, going into corpse, lie on your side, whatever feels comfortable for you. Start to allow yourself to relax from the head through the neck and shoulders, your hips, arms, and legs. And I want you to think about 3 important areas of your wellness: your mind, your body, and your soul. And bring to mind the things that came up out of the past years. We were moving through our physical practice. The things that went well, the challenges you met and overcame. And as you think about this upcoming year, what purpose do you want to have in this next year for your mind? Can you think of one word that might encompass the purpose that you have for your mind, for your thoughts, for this upcoming year? What do you want to drive you in your thoughts over the course of this next year?
this purpose, this intention, this drive to life for your thoughts, what will it bring you? When you think about your body, what purpose do you want to bring to your body over the course of this year? What will drive your body this year? When you have brought this purpose and this drive, this intention for your body to life, what will it bring you? How will your life be improved? What purpose do you want for your soul over the next year? What will you allow to drive your soul over the next year? When you've brought this purpose, this intention, this drive to life for your soul, what will it bring you? How will your life be improved when you bring this to life? Allow yourself to be quiet. And allow yourself to dwell on the purpose, the drive, and what it will bring you when you bring each one of these intentions for your mind, your body, and your soul to life. You can continue to stay here in your Shavasana, contemplating the intentions that you want to bring into the next year, getting some more clarity. When you're ready, start to gently move your hands, your feet, and gradually bring yourself into a seated position. Take a moment to release your neck, letting your ear drift over to one side, dropping the chin to the chest, letting that ear drift over to the other side. Bringing that chin back to the chest. Slowly opening the eyes, taking a nice deep breath together, out and up. Bringing those hands to heart center. May you have peace in your thoughts, kindness in your words, and hope in your hearts. From my heart to yours, namaste. I hope you enjoyed today's intention setting practice. And if you were not able to come up with a summary of one word for your mind, body, and soul's intentions, or maybe you're still a little bit unclear, that's okay. You know, just moving through this practice might help start to stir some of that clarity for you. I strongly encourage you to take a few moments to write down anything that came up for you. Even if it's really more focused on the past year and the things that you were challenged by, and the good things, don't forget about those, and thinking about how you're going to bring those experiences forward and help drive you with your purpose and your intentions for the upcoming year. I'd love it if you would share your words or your intentions for this upcoming year and really help spur some people to some clarity maybe in their own lives. Feel free to share this practice with anyone that you think might be able to benefit from it. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And meet me at layloyoga.com for more inspirational ideas and intention setting for your upcoming year.